Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Sorry I haven't got as many videos up as of late. It's just a busy time of year for me and my business once we get into the summer here. So hopefully I'll continue to get some more videos up for you and to keep the interest going. And I do really appreciate all of you guys and your engagements, just your comments and stuff, and just the fact that you're watching the videos. And so I'm hopefully going to keep you guys interested here. So today, anyways, a long time ago, I said I was going to do a video update just on my wall. So today, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just using my iPhone. I'm just going to quickly burn through what I've got up on the wall today. I do have a couple other decks that I want to get up. Just don't have room for them yet. I need to make some room. I'm considering maybe even starting to put up another little wall just so I can have some of these ones that really don't fit with my Powell boards, and you'll see a couple of them as we go through. But outside of that, not a lot of exciting stuff has been happening as far as buying and selling for me lately. I did trade my Hosoi Zero collab, so that was the hammerhead shape, and there was limited runs. One was Hosoi and one was Jamie Thomas, and they were both signed. The Hosoi one was red and black, and the Jamie Thomas was white and black, and I believe it's called Wings of Glory. Really rad deck, but it just didn't really fit with the rest of the stuff I had going on. So anywho, let's jump into it. I'll walk you through. So sorry, before I do that, I traded it for two other Powell decks. One Frankie Hill, the green one, because I actually sold my other one. And then I got a red, the 2019 Chinese Steve Cab Chinese Dragon, the full one. And so now I have the natty and the red one. They're not up on the wall. I am going to keep one of them because I want to have the different graphics for the cabs. But whatever one doesn't sell, I'll keep the other one. So they're both up for sale right now. And if you're in Canada, you can find them on Kijiji. Anywho, let's do this. So I'll do a quick walkthrough. All right, guys, let's start on the bottom here. And so here's the Zero Dane Burman. This is a pop, which again, this isn't one of the ones that would fit in my collection really. It's an oddball out. It was my first pop that I really bought getting back into skateboarding. So once my kids started, a few years ago, probably 2016 or 17. Anyways, this was the one that I had purchased because I had purchased my Dogtown, which was great, but I figured, you know what? I need to try one of these pops and see how they really work. So that's what I purchased. I barely used it. Honestly, I use my Dogtown a lot more. And then I'm going to quickly come over here and just show you what I'm using right now for my pop. So it's just an Anderson, and it's got some of the Lance Mountain hollows on it, which are pretty rad. So Indy 159s, I think, something like that. Anywho. So that's the Dane Burman Propaganda series. And to be honest, I wish I got that whole series. It's a really rad series. But at that point when I got that, I wasn't even thinking really about skateboard collecting. Then we get into a couple Series 12s. We have the Rodney Mullen on the left. It looks killer. This is his freestyle deck. I love how the white and the blue and the gold pop on this deck. Just awesome. I really like these silvers. So then we get into the Hawk. And then again, this is the Series 12, the Silver Hawk. I wish the pink popped a little bit more, but again, I love the silver colorway. And so I am mixing up my walls a bit. Like you remember on the top row there, that was all of the Series 12. Anyways, I'm going to mix it up, and even this bottom row is going to be mixed up a little bit more. But then we get into Series 9, Tony Hawk. And this one does have rails and tail on it because at one point, again, I was going to skate it. Opted not to. If you guys remember back in the day too, at one point it got to the point that it wasn't cool to have the tail guard on anymore. But when I first got into it, the tail guards were pretty cool. And so I just threw it on for nostalgic purposes. And if I was going to skate it, it saves the tail a little bit. But I don't think I will be skating it. Then we get into the Series 12 McGill. Classic, iconic snake and skull with the snake skin background. Wicked deck, and again, that's the Series 12. Then we get into the 2020, and let me just see if I can tap in and zoom here. And so this is the Per Wellender Freestyle 2 deck, and again, from 2020 there, you can see that. All right, so killer graphic. I'm stoked. I'm waiting for, and you guys are spoiled down in the States because you guys have got a lot of these decks already. But the Per Wellender that we pre-ordered, crap, I feel like it was months ago. the Nicky G and the Per Wellender that I pre-ordered. We still haven't seen them here. I know that you guys are getting them in the States. We haven't seen them here yet. It's a little bit frustrating, especially when the Mike Vallely, the new blue one has already dropped as well. And that thing, I mean, crap, I feel like they just announced it a month or something ago. Anyways, it's frustrating to see that one come out, and we're not seeing any of these ones that we pre-ordered a long time ago. And so the Per Wellenders, we're supposed to be getting them, but just have not seen mine yet. Anywho, and then you can see here, we get into a couple street plants that don't really align with the rest of the stuff, except for I have them beside the Mike V, so they kind of make sense. But this one on the left is called the Barn Hammer, and that's a collab between Christian Hosoi, so Hosoi Skateboards, and obviously Mike Vallely's Street Plant Company. And the reason why they call it the Barn Hammer is because it's got a little bit of the barnyard vibe as far as the deck shape, but then we get up to the top there and we see that it has the hammerhead on top. And so really rad deck. And to be honest, this one doesn't really go with my collection, these two here, but they're so killer. They're both signed as well. And the barnyard here that I'm showing you now is the 30th anniversary. So the graphic is a little bit different. If you remember on the initial barnyard, the sun was ticked, like it just was a more, and so was the pig. It just wasn't as happy feeling, and all of the ducks were actually on this side of the fence. They weren't all kind of in the yard like that. And so anywho, they changed the graphic. It is the same artist that did this one, but that's the 30th anniversary. And then we have the 2007 Powell Classic reissue. And this one has been used and abused a little bit, but I got a killer deal on it, and it's a hard to find deck. And again, if you see up here, it's just the Powell Classic. It doesn't say Powell-Peralta. And so that makes it a little bit more unique. I believe it was during the time that Stacy and George weren't doing things together. They had kind of separated for a bit. But then they had come back, you know, pursuant to that, and they've released all of these other ones, right? And so then we get into the Bucky Classic Stadium. Killer deck, just picked that one up last year. This Steve Stedham, it's a natty edge. I'm going to say, I've been trying to do some research on what year it came out. If you guys know this colorway, then that'd be awesome. Just let me know. But I would say it's going to be around 2005 to 2007-ish. And yeah, that's the Powell-Peralta Steve Stedham. Then we get into the Kevin Harris here, the freestyle deck. This one is, let me see if I can focus on that, guys. Sorry. Trying to get it there for you. It's a 2005 natty edges. It's a pretty wicked, I just put a call out for it. I wanted a couple other freestyle decks, and somebody answered the call and provided that for me, which was pretty awesome. Then we got the big 9-inch, 9.13, I believe, Andy Anderson. I have that one up because, honestly, Andy is such a rad dude. He's Canadian as well. He's going to the Olympics. I think the graphic is iconic, and he's got such an old school vibe. And it is a huge deck, actually. When you compare it to some of these other ones, it is a monster. Not as wide as some of them, but definitely as long. You can even see by that Tommy G iron gate there, right? Yeah, so anywho, killer deck. And then we get into the Tommy G, the iron gate here on the left, the natty one. Oh crap, I forget what year this one's from, or what series it's from. But it's from one of the Bones Brigade series. I'm thinking 8. I think I did a video on it, so you can check that out and get it. My memory's getting old, guys. Anywho, then we get into the Series 12 Tommy G. The Flames and Dagger. Then we get into the Ray Barbie here. I love the Ragdoll. This is such a rad deck, and if you guys remember, I had a blue one as well. I actually had 2 blue ones and I got rid of them. But this is the 2014 version. Love that guy. Then we have the Steve Cab Bats and Bones, or Dragon and Bats, or whatever you want to call it. His street version here. Crap, I kind of forget. I think that one's 2018. Then we get into the Series 12, ban this. Bones Brigade Series 12 Steve Cab band this. And then this is the Frankie Hill that I just got back. This was my initial one. And then there were some issues with it from a paint standpoint. So the store gave me a new one, and my buddy bought that one from the store at a discounted price. And then his collection had kind of changed up a bit. I ended up selling that Frankie, the new Frankie Hill I got, because I was wanting to get a stained one. But then I did the trade with my buddy for this one and the Red Chinese Dragon that I don't have up on the wall. And then we'll just finish off with these 4 here. On the left, oh crap, you guys are testing me here. For some reason, I think that might be a Series 5 Lance Mountain. Series 5 or 6. I think I did a video on that one as well recently. Anyways, I forget what series it is. It's part of the Bones Brigade series. This one is actually a Blem. And then we have the Series 12 Mountain, which is killer. And then just to finish it off, my 2 OGs. So that's the Steve Says OG and then the Ray Underhill. And both of those guys are OGs. And that's the full-size Says. I did get a mini as well, but I sold the mini. That was OG. Anywho, guys, hope you like it. I'll just give a quick backup here. And sorry about the shaky hands, but again, this is just on my iPhone. I just wanted to get something out quick for you guys. And there you go. So in the videos, you guys will see that the wall's changed up a bit, and it's going to change up a bit more as I get some of these other decks and I decide which ones are going. So I might have to do a new wall, put up those street plants, put the 0 up. I don't know, maybe even make a wall just for a small wall for the freestyle decks or something like that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Cheers. Take care.